What's up, everybody, and welcome to Save Station. Today I've got my guest, Marley, with me.
Hey everybody, what's up?
And as I promised before, we are going to be doing our Switch expectations video, and that's what this is right now. So we're going to just get in and talk about all what we think is going to happen in the Switch presentation on the 12th.
We each made a list, we're going to read them for you, and then just kind of pick the standouts to talk about.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get right into it because I don't want this to take too long. Alright, so let's start with Marley's predictions for the presentation. Just go through your list of 10 things.
Sure. So I have a price point between $300 and $350, at least 500 gigs of internal memory. I'm hoping for a voice chat system. I want a launch lineup consisting of first and third-party games for at least the first 6 months of the console's life. I want Breath of the Wild at launch. I want a new 3D Mario at launch. I don't think we're going to get Skyrim on the Switch, but I do think we're going to get the new Elder Scrolls game, and it'll come sometime in 2017, and the Switch presentation will be its reveal. I think we're going to get announcement of an HD mainline Pokemon game, probably the rumored Pokemon Stars. One of my pie-in-the-sky hopeful ideas is a Kirby RPG, and then I think we're gonna finally get a release date for the Corrin and Bayonetta amiibo.
That is so funny, that last one. The Corrin and Bayo have been announced for a year.
And Cloud.
And Cloud! They've been announced for so long.
Yeah.
And we know I think they're done, honestly.
Yeah.
They're done.
Well, dude, Platinum teased pictures of the Bayonetta one on their Twitter, so...
But all three of those are done, and they're waiting, probably, I would guess,
to
for
bundle it with...
maybe the Smash port or something like that that's coming. Yeah, so let me just kind of go through mine real quick. These are my expectations, what I think I will see at the Switch presentation. Battery life will be talked about. I'm expecting 3 to 5 hours, just like the Wii U tablet.
Okay.
Which is more like 3 hours, but they like to say 3 to 5, to make it sound better.
Yeah.
So dock confirmations, they're gonna say it has an Ethernet port, which is big. The Wii U, no Ethernet.
Yeah.
You had to get a separate connector.
Like a dongle, yeah.
Yep. So Ethernet is gonna upscale to 1080p, and it'll give the system a slight power boost in like processing power. Then we have Virtual Console announcement, GameCube games.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I will freak out if that happens, because again, they kind of promised that for the Wii U. Didn't happen. Memory, onboard storage, and removable storage. I expect them to talk about it. I don't know if we're going to get... actually, wait, no. Yeah, we're going to get removable storage, and it'll be in the form of SD cards. Now, I'm going to say the onboard storage is not going to be that good, contrary to what Marley said. I want it to be good, but I think it's going to be lackluster like Nintendo has done in past years. I believe it's probably going to be maybe like 64 gigabytes on board, which is so unacceptable. It's so unacceptable, but I think that's what they're going to do. But then they're also going to give you a high capacity SD card along with it, and that's going to be like a 128 gigabyte, which still isn't that much. So I'm just keeping my expectations pretty low on the memory side for Nintendo here. Number 5, new games. I expect Fire Emblem, Mario, some new franchise to be announced. Pokemon Stars. I'm more like you. I don't know if that's going to be announced, but I really hope it is.
I think they'll announce it. It's not going to be at launch.
Yeah. F-Zero is another pie-in-the-sky prediction that I've been saying for at least the past 5 years. Metroid, I really want to come back, so I hope... That would be really hype if they announced a Metroid game during that presentation. And then Pikmin 4.
No Super Mario Frost World?
No.
For anybody that's seen that totally convincing document that
Yeah.
totally reveals the Switch presentation.
The old fake paper documents that are being leaked and stuff like
Yeah.
that. They're so bad.
It's like an E3 schedule, but it looks like it's like, why would they have that for a digital presentation?
So dumb.
Stupid.
Breath of the Wild, concrete release date, and I would say it's going to be a launch game for US and Japan. There have been rumors saying that Europe might not be getting it at launch.
Oh, that would suck.
And the previous rumors were saying that it was all because of translation things, and they thought it was for US too, but apparently now the rumors are saying it's for Europe because there's so many languages in Europe to translate.
Yeah.
And that made me think, I was like, you know what? Europe seems to get a lot of things later. And maybe that's why, in general, they have to translate so many languages.
Yeah.
So, that's a rumor again, not confirmed, but I expect Breath of the Wild to be a launch game for US and Japan. Wii U ports will be available at launch. That's the next one soon after. And I also put in, I don't know if everyone remembers the Ambassador program from the 3DS.
I remember it because you guys were the only ones that got to get friggin'
Metroid
Fusion on your DS.
Yeah. It was, and that was all because the 3DS was overpriced at the beginning. No one was buying it. They dropped the price, but at the same time, they're like, sorry, everyone that adopted early, we're giving you 30 free games.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it's going to be that extensive. Like, the Wii U wasn't that much of a failure at launch.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to have some sort of program for Wii U adopters. There were 13 million of us, which isn't that much in the scheme of things. They might give us some sort of plan to get these ports of Smash, Mario Kart, Splatoon, Super Mario Maker, maybe, you know. Next one, pricing and bundles. I expect a similar price point to what you said, 300 to 350. I'm actually going to go on 250 to 300 though. I think it might be a little cheaper to really entice the consumer, because it is a crazy thing. Like, we saw a commercial the other day for Xbox One and PS4. They're sitting at like $300 right now.
You can get an Xbox One or a PS4 for cheaper than you can get a brand new Wii U right now.
It is insane. Because those consoles are better hardware. It's just, they're better than the Wii U, like so much better. So it's really crazy. So I am a little worried if they go above what Xbox One and PS4 are going for right now. It might be a weird. Obviously, there's a PS4 Pro, which is more expensive, but we'll see what happens with that. So they're definitely going to talk about pricing and stuff at that conference. Number 9, pre-orders will go up soon after the presentation, and we can talk about that a little bit later once I get through my list, but that could be a whole thing. And then number 10, they're going to detail a new online service, maybe kind of revamped
like
online
a subscription service? I'd be down.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. And hopefully that includes voice chat like you wanted.
And cross-buy.
Cross-buy.
I shouldn't have to buy Mario
4 times.
4 times. I shouldn't.
Just be able to transfer that, man. That would be so good. So yeah, those are our lists right there.
Yeah. Is there any like that you wanna?
Well, let's talk about pre-orders.
Okay.
Okay. So we were kind of talking about this like in the car the other day. Just like, I'm worried that with only 2 million available at launch for the world, we're gonna have a shortage, just like with Amiibos and
Minis,
the NES Mini,
the Wii.
Oh, the Wii. Yep.
The Wii at launch.
Yep. I'm really worried that if you're not on top of getting a pre-order, you might not be able to get a Switch at launch.
Yeah.
And that's gonna suck if you want to play like Breath of the Wild at launch on the Switch.
Dude, well, I can't believe that's all they're launching with. Like, to me, like, and I'm excited for the Switch. That's obviously why I'm doing this video. But like, I could see how for the average consumer, that kind of looks like, oh, well, they're only gonna have this many. Like, oh, they must not be that confident in it. Like, I know they're kind of licking their wounds after the Wii U.
Yeah.
But to me, now's the time to go balls to the wall and insane. Have a bunch ready and manufactured. Have a bunch out. Like, show some confidence in your product.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I honestly would take that number and double it or maybe triple it.
Yeah.
That way I know there'd be enough. Like, 4 million is a decent amount to try and get through in the first like launch months.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty reasonable to me, but like 2 million, they're definitely gonna sell out, and I think that's what they want. They want to be like, yo, investors, we sold out of all of our Switch consoles.
But then I feel like you run the problem of like, people aren't gonna be able to get it, and then they're gonna be like, okay, and they're gonna move on, and that's not what Nintendo needs right now. Nintendo needs people to stick around with them, and a good way to do that is to make sure that everyone can get one of your consoles at launch.
Yeah, they have the option to make more throughout the year and stuff, and I guess they're just gonna gauge like what happens in that first few months with 2 million and stuff. And then the Xbox Scorpio comes out at the end of the year, so they're gonna have, they're gonna be very different consoles because the Scorpio, Microsoft has said like this is gonna be expensive. Yeah. So this is gonna be like they're gonna be two different kinds.
It's gonna be a boutique item.
So I don't know if they're gonna be too direct in competition with each other.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's more competition later in the year, so they need to get their consoles out there and available to their consumers. Do you see any ones you want to bring up real quick?
Yeah, I want to talk about my Skyrim.
Okay, yeah, go through that.
So Bethesda is on record as saying that what we saw in the Switch presentation is not gameplay from Skyrim. That's a vertical slice that they made exclusively for that presentation. That's not from any Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
That's why I think they're gonna announce the new Elder Scrolls game come the Switch presentation.
Man.
I think we're overdue for it. And not Elder Scrolls, Bethesda as a company has been saying that they really look forward to working with Nintendo on the Switch and that they really like the hardware. If I'm right, and that was one of my like pie in the sky crazy ideas. If I'm right though, what a point for Nintendo.
So so you're saying that they're gonna announce it for the Switch, but not exclusively. Like it's gonna be multi-platform, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
But they're gonna announce it at the Switch.
It's gonna be like when they announced COD Infinite Warfare at the PlayStation E3 conference. It's coming to all of them.
Okay.
But they're gonna reveal it at the Switch presentation. We're gonna get. I think we'll get a trailer.
Yeah.
We'll get a name. We'll get. I think they'll pull a Fallout 4 and be like, it comes out in 6 months.
Well, I mean, what's better to get the hardcore gamer back than like Elder Scrolls?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's a great kind of like nod towards community of gamers that Nintendo kind of like lost last gen.
Yeah.
And the gen before.
No, and I think maybe some Nintendo exclusive deals, a Master Sword. A set of Zelda armor, maybe some items from Breath of the Wild in game.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know, Nintendo seems to be fostering a good relationship with Bethesda.
Yeah. So. We've talked about the memory a lot over time, so I don't want to like touch on that too much. Like, it's unacceptable. What I said is honestly what I believe unacceptable. Like. That's a low amount of memory, like 64 on board and then 128 like removable. That's not enough.
No.
So if you're digital, you're screwed. I think.
Like that's me.
That's what's gonna happen to anyone that buys digitally.
Get ready to invest in a good SD card, because if you buy a cheap one, your read-write speeds are gonna be crap.
Yeah. So battery life too, like 3 to 5 hours probably sounds right. Like
that's fine.
And they've. I think confirmed that there's USB-C charging, so that's quick charging. All right, so if it doesn't have a long battery life, you can charge it up really quickly.
Yeah, and that's like, I play games on the go, but like, if I'm taking like a trip or something, I don't think. I mean, not since I was a child have I played for 3 to 5 hours straight. Yeah. Like, you know, I'll play for an hour or two, maybe 3 if the game's really, really good, and then I'll put it down and I'll read a book or I'll scroll through my phone. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna play that Switch portably for 3 hours.
Yeah,
like I don't see myself doing that.
I don't ever commute long enough to warrant that.
Yeah,
you know, I don't think you know, it looks like a low number and it is a low number, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Virtual Console GameCube games, how hype is that gonna be?
That would be amazing.
So good.
That would be so good.
We can all of a sudden have access to a awesome library, like arguably one of the best libraries of like Nintendo games from a single console. Like the GameCube was amazing.
I could play Rogue Squadron again.
Oh my gosh. Mario Kart Double Dash. The Fire Emblem Path of Radiance game. Like there's a lot of good GameCube games.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Super Smash Bros. Melee.
OG Animal Crossing. Actually,
Yeah.
I don't know why I'd want to play that. The new ones are
You just want the new one.
The new ones are just so much better.
Yeah. So let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. So let's just go through. So like we're both saying Breath of the Wild is gonna be launched. That just makes sense to me. Like that game needs to be a launch game.
Yeah.
Like that is gonna be so hype. Like you're like, boom, this is at launch. This awesome new Zelda game is available for the Switch.
Wii.
And yeah. So that is gonna be super awesome. And you also said the new 3D Mario is gonna be available at launch.
I did. 3D Mario or Super Mario Frost World.
No.
This time Mario's letting it go.
Yeah.
For the first time in forever.
I'm gonna say if Zelda's gonna be a launch game, I'm gonna say 3D Mario is a launch window game.
Okay, you don't think they don't want to cross the streams with that audience?
Yeah, they could. I think they could.
That's why I think those 3D Mario and Zelda will be launch day. That's why I think Pokemon's launch window, not launch day. I feel like there's more crossover between the Pokemon and Zelda audience than there is the Mario and Zelda audience.
And you know what? I would say Pokemon, if Pokemon Stars is a thing, I would say make that your holiday title.
Yeah.
Because that is going to sell.
Sun and Moon.
That is going to sell like crazy.
They shipped 10 million copies of Sun and Moon.
Yeah, that's just. I'm pretty sure that outsells Zelda for sure. Mario always sells really well, but I think that's going to outsell Mario too. Like Pokemon is ridiculously popular right now.
Sun and Moon is the most pre-ordered 3DS game,
yeah.
Which means it's beaten any of the Mario games on the 3DS.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. So yeah, if Pokemon Stars is a thing, holy cow, the internet's gonna explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we think about the launch lineup? My prediction, a launch lineup consisting of first and third party games for the first 6 months. I don't think this isn't just something that I want. I think this is something they need.
Yeah, because what happened with the Wii U? Drought.
Yep. They need to come out and be like, yeah, this is what we're making, but this is what all these other guys are making. And I brought this up on my friend Bobby's podcast, Geekcast, over on the Nintendo Guru. I think if they have this, they need to embrace these third parties. I've always said that, like, it feels like whenever they do have third-party games, they're kind of like off to the side in the directs. Like, Reggie would be like, here's all the great Nintendo stuff, and then here's this third-party stuff, but that's not our stuff.
Yeah. I
want to see Kimishima, because they've confirmed he's going to be in the event. I want to see Kimishima embracing Elder Scrolls, embracing whatever Ubisoft's making, embracing whatever EA is going to be putting out.
He comes out on stage and just hugs a dragon.
Just hugs it. Hugs a knee with an arrow in it.
Yeah.
Just gives it a little kiss. Just a light kiss on the cheek. But I want the third-party games, but I also want to see Nintendo as a company embracing their games and almost treating them like their first-party games. Because I think that's something Sony does really well. You know, Destiny felt like a Sony exclusive because of how they treated it.
Yeah, it definitely did.
So take a page from their book and really, really treat your third parties well.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. So Wii U Ports, I believe that's going to be part of their first party launch games. Those are going to be like their main sellers on the Wii U are going to be available at launch or very soon after.
They've got to be careful with that because they don't want to put out the Switch and then just be like, oh, our first party launch games are a bunch of Wii U ports.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to really brand this as a new experience. So while I want those Wii U ports because Splatoon is probably the best Wii U game there is.
Yeah.
For me at least. I also want people to buy this, and I don't think that'll happen if they just look, oh, well, it's more of some old stuff.
Then maybe they should dole out the Wii U ports slowly throughout the year.
Maybe do a release plan, like, we're gonna launch.
Give us the dates for them.
Yeah, we're gonna give you Splatoon and Smash at launch.
Yeah.
Down the road, Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart is at this date, something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. Because I definitely want to play Smash, and I definitely want that Corn and Bayo amiibo and Cloud, which we've had to wait for so long.
I want the Bayonetta amiibo so bad, so bad. You know, just the other day was the anniversary of her announcement in Smash, and was the anniversary of me being right.
Yep.
Because a bunch of people told me that wouldn't happen.
Yep.
And then it did.
She was the #1 voted for character.
Yep.
Alright, so wrapping it up kind of, online service. I would like achievements of some sort. Even though I don't really care about achievements, I know a lot of people do. And it's a way to keep people coming back and staying in the game longer.
I thought a cool way to either, A, bring back stamps.
Yeah.
And make stamps your achievements so that you can, like, use them and whatever the revamped version of Miiverse will be. Or items for your Miis. Like game-specific items.
Mm-hmm.
So on Elder Scrolls, you get like a Duvahkiin hat if you kill 100 something or other. Those were my two kind of ways of going about it, because it's Nintendo. They can never just
copy.
They can never just do what the other guys are doing. They're gonna try to find some way to make it Nintendo-esque. So I think that would be two cool ways to do it.
Okay.
Because if they were useful things, I'd seek them out more.
Yeah, and I honestly don't mind doing a paid subscription. If it is paid, I expect it to not be as expensive as like Xbox and PS.
Yeah.
I would expect it maybe to be like $30 maybe for a year or something like that.
So do we not get any free games with it then?
They might throw in some like free games.
Just one.
Maybe like one instead of like multiple ones each month or something. But that's awesome about like Gold and PS Plus.
You get so many with PS, especially if you have all three of the PlayStation items. You get so many games.
Yes. Yep. And a lot of them are really good. Like, I think Journey was on there a little while ago, which is a fantastic game.
War of Mine is on there this month.
Yeah.
Flower was not too long ago.
Oh my gosh, those are great games. So I hope that they have something like that in the works, which hopefully will bring in voice chat, which has been kind of the bane of Nintendo's existence online.
I love Splatoon, but Splatoon would have been so much better with voice chat instead of having to commute with emotes.
And I think it's just Nintendo is very wary about that online space.
Then you know what?
It's
sorry kids and stuff. Set up parental controls within the system's OS. And let the parents handle it.
Yeah.
It's not Nintendo's job to parent your children, and the rest of us shouldn't have to suffer because of it. Suffer is a bit of an extreme word, but...
But no, that's true. Like, it's up to the parent to decide, like, when they see their kids interested in the game, they should look at the game and be like, okay, like, this has online. That means if there's voice chat and stuff, they could potentially talk with people online.
Yeah.
There could potentially be people that are...
not savory.
Yeah, not savory, using foul language and stuff. So that's not on Nintendo to like limit.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at Sony and Microsoft. They've had voice chat for a long time now.
Yeah.
And you know, the Wii U tablet has a little mic on it, and like, but what's freaking weird about it is like in Smash Bros, you could be playing online, you could have voice chat in the lobby.
Yeah.
But then when you get in game, gone.
Yep.
I was like, that's so dumb.
I want to trash talk.
Yeah, good-naturedly. Like, so annoying. Well, is there anything else you want to quickly mention?
No, I'm just really, really excited.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I can't wait for all the rumors and stuff to just finally stop.
Yes. Oh my
We'll
gosh.
have concrete facts, and then people can fight about those, but it'll have a lot more weight behind it.
Yep. I'm so tired of all the rumors. I just want concrete evidence and facts of what is happening with the Switch. So, everybody, thanks for listening / watching, and let us know down in the comments section what you think's gonna happen. I'd be very interested to know like what you guys think or expect will happen at this presentation. And just as a warning, make sure if you want the Switch, be ready to pre-order this thing on Amazon or GameStop. Go to a store or something.
We're already talking about camping out possibly. So.
We might camp out at a GameStop to make sure we get a pre-orders. I'm just warning you guys, don't underplay how fast this could sell out. Like
if we've learned anything about Nintendo the past like 2 years with Amiibo and now NES Mini, they have no idea how to distribute their hardware. So if you're serious about getting one at launch, be ready to do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Well, thanks Marley for being on here and giving your expectations.
Yeah, no problem.
And thanks everybody for watching, and get hyped for that Switch presentation.
Switches.
Switches. And we'll see you at your next save.